Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Ladder I-League Invitational Season 3. We are in the lower bracket of the Chinese qualifiers. I am Luminous, I'm joined by Tsunami, and this is EHOME versus CDEC for an elimination best of 3. Hey Neil, I hope you had a good nap. Welcome back.
No, I feel even more tired than when I started, to be honest.
That's the mistake, man. You take a too short of a nap.
Yeah, you gotta do that 90-minute thing, but I didn't have 90 minutes. Well, I did, but I don't go to sleep that fast.
I see. We roomed together, you know? There was some Kappa pride, and I know how you go to bed. You don't go to bed.
I
just
don't.
like on
You're
that
right.
Reddit.
You're absolutely right.
You're on that Reddit
I get
for
that
too long.
laptop.
Yeah.
God, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me too well.
I'll be like, because we had different shifts, right? You had a shift that was it earlier than mine, or was it later than mine?
Well, I mean, technically, it was like almost perfectly staggered, but
yeah.
I guess later, yeah.
And then I will come back. I would wake up and you should be like, I think going to bed or something like that. I'm just like, why are you still awake at this point?
Yeah,
just like,
pretty much.
Well,
it's the life of casting stuff that isn't in my region, but China has not disappointed me so far. It is somewhat surprising that literally every single series we've had for the past 2 days has been a 2-0. But aside from that, the games have been relatively good. They've been entertaining. I can't say that I haven't been interested by some of the picks and some of the plays that have been coming out. But as you said, this is an elimination match, so yeah, I would hope that one team finally takes it to 3 games.
Has there been a region that has disappointed you? Do you want to throw anything under the bus right now with this opportunity?
Well, I was kind of in senioritis mode after TI because I was just like, well, Dueling Fates is going to come out, and whatever matches happen between now and then are just
don't matter.
Like it's exactly it doesn't matter, and so I'm not really gonna like put too much stock in like the picks that are coming out or like the meta that's evolving. But then we go and get in blog that's like 1 month until the patch, and a lot of qualifiers are happening between now and 1 month from now. So
wait,
I gotta start paying attention.
Did they give an exact date?
No, they did not give an exact date. They just said, we are working on it, and we expect it sometime next month.
So, sometime in October, they said.
Correct. Possibly even November.
Oh, I see. You know, even though the patch is later than usual, I'd rather wait the extra 2 to 3 weeks for them to get it down right than come out and lose a bunch of games due to some dumb stuff, you know?
Yeah, but that's because they stopped using the test client for some reason. They were just like, here, have a massive patch, and we're going to keep it in the test client for like 1 hour, and then we're going to release it on the live patch.
I think the test client kills the hype, don't you think?
No, I think most of the hype is just the notes. Honestly, if they just release notes, like 80% of the community will be happy. 10% of the community that does not pay attention to patches won't even know. And then one last 10% will be like, man, I really want to play it right now.
But if you know there's a cool present coming on Christmas, but you can't use it because it's only October, you know? Don't you feel like the hype is gone, right?
I guess. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm coming from an analytical mind that I'm like, I just want to see the numbers, because everyone knows I don't play this game. I'm a student of the game.
Is it time to go on Reddit, make a fake Ice Frog account, and just write a fake patch note? Just post it up there.
Won't lie, I have once not on Reddit, but like for my own personal stuff, I've written like I think it was like in 6.85-ish or something, I wrote like a dream change log. It was that sniper patch that went on forever. I was like, I'm just gonna write my own patch just for giggles.
Well, you know, I'm a man with revolutionary ideas, and a lot of them are not good, but do you think I could fake a patch log and make it believable?
I think you absolutely could. Especially with the way that the most recent patches have been, like some really off-the-wall stuff.
What are you trying to say, dude?
You fit right in. I'm saying you walk to the beat of your own drum. You know?
Alright.
That's the best way to put it.
Alright, somehow we always start the draft really early, and then we don't talk about it. But we got 8 picks. Anything jumping at you? This is, I believe, our first Troll Warlord game.
Yeah, it is. We had seen Ursa a few times earlier, and usually whenever I see Troll, I'm like, who's better, Troll or Ursa in this situation? And the edge I'll give to Troll is like, do you have another right clicker that can benefit from Battle Trance? Then Troll is usually better. Or do you have something that can really benefit from the blind? And honestly, I feel like Ursa is better right now than Troll, because Lifestealer does not care about your blind. and Legion Commander technically does, but she can purge it off. So I'm actually surprised they went for Troll, because they don't even have any right clicker yet besides Troll.
Maybe the mid pick will kind of change that. We'll have to wait and see for that pick. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the rise of Lich has kind of came hand in hand with the fall of Troll Warlord. I like to think that Lich had a part in kind of Troll kind of phasing out the competitive metagame, because a lot of times what you would do is put the Lich in the Troll lane. Sap, obviously his experience. Frost Armor in the lane really mess with Troll, his ability to bully. I just think that picking Troll into the Lich and, like you said, into Lifestealer is also a little bit questionable.
Yeah. I could see Lich being caused that. Though Troll was always kind of fringe. He wasn't like truly meta. A few teams liked him, like OG really liked their Troll Warlord.
There was like 2 months where it was Troll every game.
I know. And it was like a versatile pick also. It was like, you know, sometimes you're more often than not, like we would not know if it's like a mid troll or a safe lane troll a lot of the time. Right. And here also, I don't know if it'll be a mid lane troll or a safe lane troll. It'll all depend on what this 5th pick is, but I only like Troll whenever there's like another strong right clicker. And EHOME has been running a lot of DK. They ran DK in both their previous matches in the upper bracket against LFY.
Yep.
So I could see a Battle Trance Dragon Knight doing some work.
You know, one thing that casting Dota last couple of days has taught me is that I keep saying Dragon Knight is not a hero that scales that well, but then I just took a look at his talent and how he kind of match up against some of the other cores. I think he is actually a legitimate late gamer. Every time I just see like him counterpicking Sven, and it's been working out very well. But never mind about DK or Sven, because they're not in the game. We're gonna see a Queen of Pain and Ember Spirit as the 2 last pick.
I still don't really see. I mean, like, yes, Queen of Pain can right click, but these days, very rarely is Queen of Pain built as a right clicker until like that Maelstrom Mjolnir thing, Blade Mail, all that jazz. It totally fell off a cliff after her 25 talent got changed. And now every once in a while you will still see the Mjolnir shield, but you won't see that until like a 4th item or something like that. These days it's always earlier, like Orchids or Aghanim Scepters, or you still see Blade Mail every once in a while, but I don't know. I don't really know why Troll was EHOME's go-to here.
So you would feel that this is perhaps just a underpowered Ursa in disguise.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much.
Okay. Well, the final pick is the Ember Spirit. Any thought on this hero, apart from being a very easy vehicle for the Lifestealer to hop into, or?
That's one good option. I guess right now EHOME have a lot of physical damage mitigation. They've got this Dazzle, who with Weave makes sure that a hero like Lifestealer maybe isn't able to be as effective. But when you have an Ember Spirit with magic damage, you can go to work.
Yep. And I think that EHOME overall is lacking some very reliable catch. You just only got the Bat Rider, which, I mean, I imagine a Lincoln Sphere will come out in the late game to make that Bat job even harder. I used to think that Kunkka is a hero that counters Ember, but the more I watch these pro games, it seems like a good Ember player is going to get the better of you every single time, with, you know, multiple ways to get out of that X-Torn combo.
No, it's like a game of chicken, but these days, like you said, Ember Spirit's coming out on top because there are just so many options. You can set a Remnant and you can travel to it, obviously. You can disjoint it in between a Sleight of Fist if there are like a lot of targets. You have a big window of time. And then, obviously, with your Flame Guard, you can just absorb a lot of the damage, including the entire Ghost Ship. Yeah.
Ember these days are also getting Yule Scepter, just as a kind of an anti-silence item of sorts. Yeah, that's also very good against The battle begins. Alright. Looks like CTY. Sporting the fire tag in Chinese. We'll be going on the offense. Is that what that is? Yeah. Have you never watched Pokemon? Right? When they
have.
When they use the fire blast symbol, it's this symbol that
Dude,
flies out.
How in the hell would I know that? You think I memorize? What is the, like? Because I know Japanese script is called kanji.
Yeah.
What is Chinese script called?
Chinese.
There's no name for it?
The one true language. The world language.
I don't actually know. This is a question. Is there a difference in writing? I mean, there probably is in writing Cantonese or Mandarin, or is it
No.
just different words?
No. I think it might be called a Han language, but I might be completely
Oh,
off.
I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah, I might be completely off on that. Anyways, we got a dual lane situation as per usual in the mid lane. Lich is gonna be sitting here. Start sacrificing away.
You have been denied.
You say as per usual, but I think this is like the first legitimate dual mid we've seen this entire tournament, actually, or qualifier.
Like a sustained dual lane, right?
Yeah, it's a stand dual lane. We've seen bits and pieces of, like, you know, a hero popping in for the first few minutes, but this is 4 heroes in the mid lane at minute 0 for a good minute and a half so far, and that has not been done in a while.
Uh-oh. HYM walks in to tangle that ward, and loses half his HP as a result, but thanks to tangling that ward, he will regen most of that back.
Is this man a former StarCraft player? What's up with Terran?
What about here?
What? Does Kanka, is his name Terran to you?
No.
Oh
I don't-
gosh, how does this keep happening to me?
It says ehome.hym.amy.
Mine says ehome.terran.
Don't you
This
see?
happened previously.
Yeah,
I had that Mirana that was like, ooh, or whatever.
yeah. It's CTY on the top lane. Does it still say ooh to you? Or does it
No.
actually say the fire now, or whatever it is?
It says the fire now. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I kind of recognize the Pokemon thing that you were talking about.
Yeah. This is the knowledge I bring to this commentary.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, Kanka, Terran, whatever you want to call him, is going big on this Lich, but his haste rune has run out, so no kill.
Huh. I think a lot of players would just dove for that kill. Might have actually gotten
I
it.
would have gone for it.
Yeah.
Lich is a speedy boy, though. He's got 315 move speed, just passively. Although Kanka did have boots, so maybe he could have caught up.
Gold for my chest.
Lifestealer is getting it handed to him. One thing for sure is that even though this is quote unquote poor man Tro, or poor man Ursa if you want to call him that, Tro Warlord still does quite well in a lane setup versus the Lifestealer. Especially when Dazzle's, I think, the stronger lane support compared to Shaker.
Yeah, Shaker offers a whole hell of a lot of nothing in this lane. He's able to pull, but it's not about the best he can do.
think
And
it's
there
time
aren't
to-
really kill options. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, were you gonna say it's about time for him to go to a different lane?
Or for the Lich to come back. Like, do something.
No, I think Lich is doing his job in the mid lane. I think it's in his best interest to keep making sure that Queen of Pain doesn't get a really good start. Because Queen of Pain is the hero that I'm most concerned about EHOME getting out of control. Because Troll, yeah, he can get his farm and he can zone out Lifestealer, but at the end of the day, Lifestealer will have Rage, and that cuts down a lot of Troll's kill potential against him.
Then to answer your question, I don't think it's time to switch lane, because right now, LC is also having a very advantaged lane against the Bat Rider, farming rather well. Queen of Pain is, of course, losing the mid lane thanks to Shay having the Lich. So even though Lifestealer is taking it a little bit rough here, but... Oh, getting bashed. Okay.
Dude, I swear, it feels like these teams are playing on high ping. Cause like, why go for that open wounds?
Picnic? Maybe
Yeah,
cast it during this time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Clear as clean water.
Invis rune on the Kunkka.
Oh. Not sure if this is actually gonna work, but they're gonna dump a ton of damage into Shuan. Deny coming out. I saw you, Shade. I saw what you tried to do. But
He does not have the damage though.
Terran grabs the first blood. Or HYM.
Pretty sweet. Not only is it a pretty good gold influx with the first blood, but since Lich is Lich and he is constantly getting experience, that definitely helps bridge the gap that has been created with all these sacrifices. Is now Queen of Pain. Yeah, she's still a level down against. Oh man, that was cute. She was canceling it like 3 times.
Yeah. Every time I watch the mid lane, all she's doing is spinning around, trying to cancel that Shadow Strike. But Shade, that was not a delayed dodge, right? That was
No, definitely. That was land reactions.
There you go.
Well, we talked about some rotations. Now Kunkka is headed up to the top lane, and he shows himself confidently. I guess you can't really get a kill on a lifestealer with a Kunkka anyway, so...
Well, he doesn't have rage
might
yet.
as well.
He hits level 4 now, but...
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Go for 2 points in Feast.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's the threat of having rage. I'm not even
guess
joking,
so.
right? Like, cause you generally just don't go for lifestealer thinking he has the rage, but...
It's true.
Double damage empowers me.
You know, whenever I see a Kunkka roam successfully, it always kind of baffles me how he's able to do it, because the hero really, I don't know, it's just not as good as something like a Slaughdar or an Earthshaker or an Earth Spear, right? Like, it's just so hard to actually land all his spells.
Mid lane, Queen of Pain, blinks out.
Alright.
It's hard, but that he has the one advantage that other... Oh, top lane. Nice torrent. He has the advantage that other roamers don't, which is that he has like a ranged spell. Like Sand King's Burrow Strike is super low range early on. The Slardar has Sprint, but he still needs to like get inside. And I guess other typical roamers also don't really have that range. But X marks the spot is a pretty respectable radius. It's 600 at level 2. That's a lot of initiation range, as we may see. Yeah. Oh wow, and Tidebringer taken at level 4.
Yeah, you do see that from time to time when Kunkka players are trying to be a little bit greedy, because honestly, it's really about the torrent stun duration, and if you're ganking into lanes such as the Queen of Pain, the stun duration is all you need to unload that damage, so...
Yeah, I guess that's true, since, especially this game, Legion Commander will be able to take off the slow, Ember Spirit can just... Well, actually, the slow is kind of nice against Ember, because if he puts out a Remnant after he gets torrented, then his Remnant is really slow speed, but the slow percentage doesn't scale, it's just the duration, and as long as you have just the duration of him trying to put out the Remnant, that's all that matters.
So I think with all of the Kunkka rotation, I feel like EHOME is quite ahead now. In that last engagement, the LC even poured a top, so... Bat Rider.
See something, Lasso?
Yeah, that's a 5 stack, and he's gone. Again, just hitting these torrents without even setup. And without the setup is really the key part, because...
Well... He had Lasso.
No, he torrented it first, and then Lasso came out.
Oh, he did? And then the Lasso?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's
I
no
don't
way
know
that
why
LC would let you walk up to him and lasso him with 5 stacks, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so, good stuff.
Well then. Props to Kunkka as he now heads onto the mid lane.
Now 3 points to X. Shade looks to dodge it, misses this. And so
Ember has Remnant now, so this is a difficult gank.
But still, look at the net worth bar. It's Ember and then 4 Radiant Hero, including that Kunkka, who is farming just as well as the,
X mid lane.
Torrent? Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know why they're bothering trying to kill him mid. They should just keep bullying the Legion Commander. She's the easiest target. At this point, it's a pretty safe bet that Lifestealer's Rage is a stun, fire, but he walks out.
So do you feel like any team is gonna be ahead in kind of this pace of farming?
I think right now, no, but I think a Roche attempt will be coming early from EHOME.
Okay.
And I think CDEC are very poised to be able to defend against that. And so I think the first Roche will be like a turning point, because right now neither team has the best push, especially... Oh, Chains.
Looking for the blink. Oh, great fissure just to extend that chain to the torrent a little bit late. And as a result, that will be the first duel victory for the Legion Commander, even well before blink, so good stuff. Meanwhile, Faith Beyond is gonna go for that standard Bat Rider build that we see all from China. Phase, Soul Ring, into an 11-minute Blink Dagger.
Tranquil Soul Ring.
Sorry. Phase will be a little bit weird.
I've seen it, but it's uncommon.
Top lane, Fissure into Infest, but straight up one-hit bash from Troll Warlord. Trying to walk away, eats a Nova, but it's like he'll be fine. Oh, Chicken ports in, does have the Sonic Wave.
He bottles up his troll. They're gonna go Shrine? No, they still gotta get another minute on the Shrine. I like how Troll is actually opting to max out the Berserker's Rage. Against a Lifestealer, I think that's absolutely the right call, because your Whirling Axes are not really useful. It'll help you farm a little bit faster, sure, but this Troll is interested in man fighting.
Good call. I thought he just went for a very standard whirling axis max, but you're right. Also skips the ultimate because in this game, like you mentioned, there's very little value that his allies will be getting right now from it. Bat Rider as well as Quap. Not exactly really relying on the right click.
So one can only wonder that, you know, if you're not really making the use of two of Troll's arguably best spells, then is he going to struggle? Is there any items that he can get to, like, take it, like, I don't know, fix the problem that he has? Right now, he has a Shadow Blade Pluto, and that'll help for initiation purposes. Queen of Pain, dead.
Yeah, walks up to Shade, gets rooted, gets fissured, and then bursts it down. Dazzle didn't great for whatever reason, didn't expect that burst damage. It's not like it was like insta kill.
In range.
Yeah. Okay. I think that as the game goes on, the Troll Warlord ultimate will give more and more benefit to the team, particularly the Queen of Pain getting more just stats overall. She does have very decent stat growth, so it's still not as good as Ursa if you want to just compare the two heroes directly, but
oh, bot lane, Blink, Lasso, Boat.
Right on top. Press the attack comes on, but the fire should take him down. And that is Blink, already online, setting up that gank. Good stuff.
I would have thought that they may have gone for the top lane, but they had better vision on the bot lane. They know that there's no chance of Lifestealer being able to rage out the combo, because I guess just a Kunkka and a Bat Rider usually can't kill many targets, but they were able to successfully kill off a Legion Commander.
I kind of like that they're building the Legion, because if you think about it, Legion's the one that's likely bringing Lifestealer into the fights. So the longer you could delay that Blink Dagger, maybe the more effective it will be to slow down the Lifestealer's growth as well.
Well, Ember has BOTs now, so he's a pretty likely candidate for possible infest ganks as well.
Okay. I mean, but you can't really do anything about that, right? Like,
no, you can't. Well, I don't know. Lasso plus Sonic Wave. Old Chicken hasn't used Sonic Wave a single time yet.
It's hard to use it when you're dying every 2 seconds.
It's true. And now in the mid lane, feels like, oh, they do see Troll. They have this ward.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna try to kill him under Shrine. That's gonna seem a little hard. Okay, tap that Shrine. The grave, the safety grave. That Shamefrost's still bouncing. And now they want to fight this. X, Torrent, Bolt's gonna fly out against Newbie. HYN coming back in. Where's the follow-up? There's no damage. Meanwhile, on the backline, Sang gets a kill. And now HYM's kind of in a very awkward spot. Fire's gonna just farm neutral as this happens. Lasso on the backline here is gonna find now Legion Commander. Again, I think that is the hero they want to pick. Old Chicken, Sonic Wave, I believe for a mid kill on the Lich. And now follows up with another, so right back in this game.
Oh, but Troll, he goes back. He does not respect that TP as the X connects on the Ember Spirit. He's going to be coming right back.
Ooh, I like Magic Wand comes in, gives him a little bit of mana. Shade out of Fire Remnant already, push him away a little bit, but another X, man, the cooldown. Oh, the deny from Sang. Okay, pretty good play so far. The question is he going to make it out? X coming out cooldown again, gets a little bit fogged, now gives vision. Sang is about to be dead. No, press the attack's gonna come right back in. The duel coming in. The push away is not gonna be enough. Newbie. The respawn time has been so low. Nice defensive bolt covering his own retreat. Can he actually make it out? He's actually stuck here for a while. And he'll do the long loop-de-loop. That was a really sloppy fight for both sides.
Yeah, it was. Still, the recovery was great from CDEC. They managed to kill off both cores. Troll ignored the fact that they had a ward, because it was pretty obvious that they have a ward down here by the Radiant Ancients, and Ember Spirit does not randomly start walking up to you unless he has vision. And so he goes back to farm. Ember Spirit regained his mana and came back and finished off the Troll, and then gets out after being denied, which, nice deny from Sang. Initially I was just like, this Earthshaker's just kind of standing around not helping his Ember, but at least he was able to get the deny off successfully.
I think for the Troll Warlord, it might be one of those things where he felt like, oh, the fight's over now. Time to keep farming. But,
yeah, but he was still at like 50% HP, and Ember Spirit was still alive.
Right.
But I mean, like, I can definitely see why he did it, and then Terran has now, or the Kunkka has now promptly de-warded that ward. Oh, top lane.
Okay. There's that, okay.
Ooh.
That's pretty sneaky, but now they say, okay, we'll just kill your support. And then come back to kill you later. Innocence, not like this. Grave yourself.
Safe word.
Lich is waiting. Lich is like, guys, he's getting away.
Yep, no chain for us. They TP out. Meanwhile, looks like
lane.
yeah, they found yet another kill. Sonic Wave coming off cooldown and then using it immediately. Legion Commander.
2 kills.
This is the fourth death.
He's a long ways away from that. Well, 700 gold, not that bad, but yeah, 4 deaths. Oh man, now Faith Beyond's gonna steal these Dire Ancients.
Shade, can you get off the chain combo for it? Well, it hits on one, but HYM is gonna take all of that damage. Okay, another.
They're
They're gonna just burn him up. Okay, he's dead.
They are.
Oh, at least he made him work for it.
Yeah,
So-
he did, and now Faith Beyond successfully steals a stack.
Oh, that was Fire Shadow Amulet, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Trolls.
I'm clicking on Kunkka. He obviously doesn't have one. I was like, is he going for an early Shadow Play or something? But yes, obviously you could cast it on your allies now.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when Troll Roller was in the meta, it seems like Phase Flats was what everyone went for, but I guess the popularity of Mask of Madness has caused him to switch. And Shadow Blade I think is always a really nice item if you're looking to pick some kids.
Yeah, he's one of the rare heroes that...
Yeah,
Lich
there
is
you go.
dead. Troll's one of the few heroes that I see picking up like 2 rarely seen items these days, which is Helm of the Dominator and Sange and Yasha.
Okay.
And I think that both of those items are still pretty good. Whenever Helm was amazing, Troll was like the go-to hero at that time. But Mask of Madness seems to have taken over popularity, not just for Troll, but lots of heroes, like Luna and stuff like that. And I'm still on the fence about the item. Like, Troll is one of the better heroes because, you know, you only really have 1 spell worth casting, especially this game, as the Whirling Axes are not going to be that important. But at the same time, you are dropping your armor like a pretty substantial amount. It's 6 armor, and there is physical damage on CDEC. Even though we talked about the magic damage early on with Ember Spirit, you've still got the Lifestealer and the Legion Commander to worry about. Yes, sure, Weave is going to mitigate some of that minus armor, but still, you can't count on Weave every time.
Oh, HYM does have a medallion to give his ally a little bit more armor. And let's not forget that your melee form also gives you, 6 armor to work with, so there's a lot of incidental armor that EHOME could pile on that total. Alright, finally Newbie has finished his Blink Dagger, even though he's died multiple times. And looks like CDC's gonna pop out of that smoke and start pushing bottom. Radiant wants to defend this. They don't have a smoke, so they're kind of traveling into this lane very slowly. But there's a lot of HP left on that tier 1 tower. Oh, Chicken.
And Quap has an invis rune. She can get all the vision that she needs, but CDC's gonna back off.
Sentries are up, so they do see the path coming in. Lasso gonna come on the backline. They want the LC to begin with. Sonic Wave right on 3 heroes. Tora and Boat on 3 as well. Great play. They will lose the Queen of Pain after she's cast all the spells. Chain Frost doing quite a bit of work. And now, X back here defending himself. Meanwhile, Shade coming on the left side, going for the Dazzle kill. Dazzle dropping very low, gonna survive for now. But now Fire in the middle of 3 heroes gets his TP cancelled. And at the end of that, it seems like it's a big CDC victory. They did lose the LC, but claiming 2 core kills and a tier 1 tower. That's gonna be pretty good stuff here.
Yeah, that Quap got a little overeager. Only being able to cast 2 spells as a Queen of Pain with full mana and an Invis rune is not the way that you want a fight like that to go, especially when you get the initiation. The Bat Rider was able to successfully lasso and pull the target back, but unfortunately Lich was waiting, and he got a Chain Frost off that split the EHOME team pretty wide. It's possible that Queen of Pain was hoping to get like some Kunkka rum and improve her survivability, but she just got blown up way too quickly.
I don't think she was even in the path of the bolt anyways, so.
No.
Yeah. So, I gotta ask you, how do you think about, like, what do you think about Dazzle's performance? Is this, haven't seen really any good Graves yet. Is it, do you think the issue is poor positioning, or is it just not a good Dazzle game?
It's a tough Dazzle game, that's for sure. His allies are all very fast, and Dazzle is not a fast hero. He needs his allies to be tanky. That's why you put weave, and then they go initiate, and then you crawl your way into the fight, you toss a few heals, and then you get a grave off whenever you can. But Queen of Pain, Batrider, these heroes are blinking deep into the fights, and it's not really easy to be in a position that you can grave them, because you have to go you have to position yourself very dangerously to get in range. And he's maxing out graves, so it helps, but it's still really difficult for a Dazzle this game.
CDEC looking for a Queen of Pain pick. They saw her briefly under that ward.
Troll wants to go for a Roche.
Okay, sneak Roche. Well, if this gank happens the way it planned, where you get the Quap, but if they lose Roche, I think that's still a good trade for EHOME.
Yeah.
And they might not even get the Quap. Roshan is definitely happening.
One dire ward, but Kunkka's standing on the left side.
Ooh, I like
this.
this.
In defensively.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it.
Prevent any like Ember coming in or Blink Dagger coming in.
Yep. Well, here I was saying that the first Roche fight was gonna be like an actual fight, but CDEC just did not have the right timing. Or rather, EHOME recognized really good timing. Because it's not often that you will see all 5 enemy heroes off the map and be like, yeah, now's a good time to Roche, but it was a good time to Roche because, you know, that was a place where they had basically confirmed there was no vision. They used the scan and it worked out perfectly.
Yep. They're actually trying to kill the Batrider. Okay.
Batrider's trying to kill the Ember, but it's just 2 heroes. Yeah.
So I think
there's no world in that what happens.
Well, they saw 3 to 4 creeps there. In a sense, barely gonna port out, and Batrider's out of there as well. They saw 3 to 4 creeps there, and they're feeling like, okay, let's try to burst him down with that heal bomb, but wasn't even close, I think.
Dazzle doesn't even have a medallion though. Like if Dazzle had what Kunkka has, which is a full solar crest now, then I could see that happening.
Right.
But a full heal bomb and Flame Guard being up, which means that no Firefly damage, that's not gonna happen against an Ember Spirit.
So going back to the quote-unquote Dazzle problem, I think another part of that is also CDC's very mobile. So let's say you get a grave on Tro and he tried to walk away in the duration of that grave. I could see that Ember, LC, and Shaker just keep up with you and then just kill you. I just don't think that grave in particular is a very useful spell, at least in the current situation.
It'll be useful on Queen of Pain, but that's about it. For the reasons that you said, like at least she can get away after she gets graved. Especially because now she has a Yule Scepter as well, so that buys her even more time. Batrider's going pretty ballsy.
They got grave for him. There's a grave very early. And he's gonna die. So Sonic Wave though. No, he is not gonna die. Sonic Wave, however, didn't clip too much. Tro Warlord comes on the backline, drains all of the mana thanks to Diffusal Blade. They're gonna get all 3. Really good stuff. I really love Innocent's positioning there. He was staying close enough for the grave, obviously, but far enough just to make sure that he doesn't get controlled by too much of the AoE. The Fissure did clip him, but good thing that he did cast a grave really early.
Yeah, that... Oh, Queen of Pain spots out Lifestealer, but he has Rage. That Batrider was so tanky between basically almost a max duration weave and Kunkka's Rum. That Enchant Totem did like negative damage because normally I'll see these Earthshakers coming in, and these days it's always like, oh, Enchant Totem obviously is gonna get the kill because that spell does stupid amounts of damage. But you know, there was just way too much mitigation, and Batrider gets out alive. Great positioning, but we'll check it for a Sonic Wave.
I'm sure he had probably Solar Crest on him as well, so that was another big defensive.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. And also, this is only level 1 Enchant Totem, so only 100% boost, as opposed to the normal 400% boost. So not exactly at Shaker's peak strength just yet.
Right. Mid lane? No.
And I was really surprised that the Tro was able to just walk in. Hold that thought here. Oh, he's walking in here, and then just 3 shots him. Look how fast he's moving. There is a Rage, but I mean, he's gonna lose mana as soon as that magic immunity ends. There's a disarm going on the Troll Warlord. They're blinking forward. They're trying to ride this momentum. Picking off a couple more heroes. That Shadow Blade has been, or not Shadow Blade, the Diffusal Blade. Removing Shade's mana earlier was pretty big. You might get caught here though.
Yeah. And he's also been purging off that Flame Guard as well, so he doesn't need to worry about taking as much damage. But there's a bomb.
Alright. They don't want to go on fire because he's got the Aegis.
Yeah.
Are they going to duel him anyways? Just for the damage? Okay. But that means they're going to X1 back. The combo's all messed up right now, and Troth does not have BKB. Blink Echo Slam, they're going to blow him up. The Grave in position, in time. But he's trying to pour it out of it. Is he actually going to make it out? Wow, he is! Alright, Grave doing work. Now Dazzle's trying to pour it out. Is there chain? Yes, there is. Okay, they lose the Dazzle, but still. That was a critical save on the Troll Warlord.
This... it doesn't even really feel like CDEC has a lack of stuns, but as we're seeing, like, a Troll Warlord being able to TP successfully underneath a shallow grave, that's really important. Only having to lose the Dazzle and an Aegis for that, yeah, you did give up dual damage, but still, you didn't really lose anything of value. Sorry, Dazzle, I love you, but you're a worthy sacrifice.
I gotta say, CTY really calm under pressure, because if you were getting gone on like that, you wouldn't be patiently counting on, okay, they use duel, Echo Slam, Fissure, Enchant Totem. Alright, time to TP. I'd have been, holy shit, I'm dead, you know. Time to buy some items.
So Troll has been impressing me. I was skeptical about his use, but he's been very, very mobile.
Yeah.
He hasn't really had to deal with this halberd of Lifestealer at all yet. Maybe it's because there hasn't been like a full-on 5-on-5 organized team fight. It's just been like always one hero down on both sides. But he's still been transitioning very well from the mid to late game.
Yeah. I think it's also because, you know, he's mostly going for picks. Like you said, it's not a 5v5 fights where Lifestealer and Troll are next to each other.
But it might happen soon. Both teams are smoked up, so if there was ever a time for a 5v5, it would be now.
Okay, there is that Lincoln's finished on the Ember Spirit, who is crazy farm right now. BOT, Veil, Lincoln's. Still has a lot more room to grow though. But neither team finds each other.
And Innocence places a really nice deep ward here as they're gearing up to push this tier 2. Or not.
Or they just really just want to control this area of the map, right? If you could sit here and farm, and simultaneously pressure mid and top, that would be a pretty good spot.
Which is why I'm surprised that Shade isn't going to split push right now.
Yeah.
Nice counter ward.
I think he's just like, he doesn't see people on the map. Yeah, there you go. That's the right move. Push this lane out, and then force EHOME out of your jungle.
What do you think he's gonna go for next? Oh, Radiance, really?
Okay.
Huh. Okay. I was thinking a Blink Dagger wouldn't be bad. But I guess he needs to deal damage.
Yeah.
Lifestealer has not dealt very much damage this entire game.
And neither is LC. Like, she is so behind. Normally at this point you would have Blink, Robo Magi, or sorry, not Robo Magi, Blade Mail, and you'll be working towards something like a BKB, but she's struggling in this game, and I think it's a lot of it down to Shade. And this team is Shade plus
side...
4 random, so it makes sense. Anyways.
No, for me, he's the stand-in.
True.
It's four CDEC players and 1 random.
Yeah. But Shade is
This game, I see that at least Blade Mail is going to be useful pretty much like all game long. A lot of times whenever I see a Legion Commander fall behind and picks up like a Blade Mail at 30-35 minutes or something like that, it kind of loses relevance because the enemy will already have like so much armor and other mitigation.
right.
And we have seen quite a lot of armor and like the rum and stuff like that, as now Ember may be in trouble.
Oh, Queen shows herself to the creep wave, so. Whoa, never mind, they're actually
Nice lasso.
But he's disarmed, and he's
What
gonna
a
go.
bash.
What? That was some luck sack stuff.
That was pretty lucky. Did he have a remnant out though?
I didn't see, but that was pretty instantaneous, right? Like, They blinked, they forced half the Lincolns, and then lassoed immediately.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even if he didn't get lucky bashed, would he have been able to get out? Because I wasn't 100% sure if he had a
I'm not sure.
somewhere on the map.
Maybe not, I guess. Blink
Now
Duel is
they're
gonna
pushing
start
that
things
down.
through.
Lasso.
Where is the Grave available? They're gonna dump the bolt on top. Dazzle's nowhere in sight here, but Fire's gonna survive. The Grave is there. He survives it with the BKB active. That is 2 core heroes dead. The question is, do they have enough gas to actually push? Does not seem like it. But I believe that was a Troll Warlord victory? No, nobody won.
Nah, it timed out. But still, him surviving, and Dazzle was sweating bullets, I'm sure, but luckily it was not necessary for that duel.
Oh, so lucky. Now with the regen rune. Maybe they could do a fake back and go right back.
EHOME, everything's going their way right now.
The lucky bashes, the good runes.
Yeah.
Troll
It's good
Warlord-
plates, too.
Yeah.
Oh. Them being able to... I mean, Faith Beyond's a world-class player, but still, every single time you're able to cleanly get that Lincoln's pop-off with the Force Staff and then immediate lasso, especially on a hero that's so tricky to lock down like an Ember Spirit, it speaks a lot to the quality of the player.
Yeah. The hardest thing to do to execute that combination is that you need to make sure that your Blink Dagger is at the max range. I see a lot of professional player even, they overshoot the Blink Dagger, such that you don't blink nearly as close.
Dazzle, bot lane. Yeah, it's a good victory.
If you don't blink close enough with Bat Rider, then you don't have enough time to get off the sequence of Force Staff, Lasso, and then Ember just jumps away.
Yeah, you almost kind of have to predict the movement of the target, because like if you blink and they're already retreating, then your Force Staff timing is going to take so long that the cast animation of Lasso will... like that.
Number 2, right on top. They got the Torrent to follow up. They got the Bash. Xuan trying to save his core, but we'll just give up yet another kill. That's 2 cores, or 2 heroes dead. With the creep wave pushing in top, I think they could actually poke at this tower a little bit. Or touch it, shall we say.
Shall we say? They've already touched it once. Let's go for another touch.
Okay, this
No,
is
just
disarm.
kidding. You got disarmed.
Queen of Pink blinking towards the top lane. Blink Duel gonna come through. Nice BKB activation. The question is, there's no Dazzle in play. Will he survive through this? Yes, he will. Okay, he even gets a kill. Shadow Blade is all the way out. Defense. Wow, double defensive Force Staff, but they still stun him through. And now Shade cleans up the kill on the back line. Cavalry is coming. Nice 2-man stun. Fate BN's gonna walk out of it. HYM's gonna be in here for now, but Queen and Pace in the fight. Do they have enough? Blink Echo Slam onto Touche. Innocence, unable to get off his grave in time, and they're gonna try to get that kill. They will get it. Kill Bomb still doing work. Oh, he's trying to go kill Innocence. Great Yules. There's no grave. Is he gonna grave? There's a Dust. He needs a grave now. He will. Sang-Sang's just standing in there. They push him out of it. They will try to kill him. They will. Still a crazy chaotic fight. At the end of the day, it seems to be a very even trade.
It would be if Ember didn't die back.
Ah, he did. Yeah.
But that changes things significantly. Ember dying twice, and I believe the spree that Troll was on ended up going, yeah, a 6x streak ended up going to Ember Spirit who had buyback penalty on him.
Exactly.
So EHOME, I mean, it's not a great fight for them, but it's not a bad fight by any means. They still maintain their lead pretty healthily. Troll did have to expend another BKB charge, so now he's down to 8 seconds. But still, Ember dying twice, that sucks.
I think it was a good decision to take the fight because they knew that the Dazzle wasn't there, right? So because the Dazzle Grave has been such a big problem for newbie to actually, foresee dual victory. But as we saw there, they didn't need Dazzle to be there. Newbie needs to take lessons from Fate Beyond, a better off-lane player, because you need to blink in and get off that duel immediately. Every time I see CTY, he's able to get off that BKB, and it's blocking a ton of that damage coming out.
To be fair, Legion Commander doesn't have like that secondary hidden initiation like a Shadow Blade, because a lot of times we'll see like Shakers, a lot of times they'll go for Shadow Blade just so that they can get even closer during daytime vision that you can lasso, which...
Okay, BKB, that was a little bit late of a BKB by Fate BN. Had he activated it, would have been able to drop it a little bit earlier. Oh, that Chain Frost still doing a lot of work. On the back line, the Troll Warlord trying to man fight through this, and does he get off the bash? His BKB is ended, so He's gotta be somewhat careful. Queen of Pain eats the cheese, blinks right back in. There's a buyback and a huge Echo Slam, but the boat's gonna come right back in. It's gonna be son of multiple heroes. The Grave very early on HYM. Not sure what that's about. The Jewel's gonna come through as well. Big victory by CDEC. A fight at the Grave. They kill Queen of Pain. They kill Troll Warlord. It was a buyback.
Shade wants more. He wants more.
He's gonna get it too. There you go.
Oh, he's gonna get it all. Yeah, no bother TPing. Nice try though.
Okay. That's 4 dead. I mean, you're down 2 buybacks, but time to fix some buildings.
Yeah, another really smart buyback. Legion Commander being able to show up to that fight in overwhelming odds did a lot of work. It's cutting into their gold, definitely, but they won that fight, whereas the previous fight was like a break-even fight from a buyback. This was a victory following a buyback, and even then, technically, she's kind of making it up by the fact that she's getting these dual victories. Now she's up to 62 damage on this Legion Commander.
I wonder if EHOME is perhaps not respecting CDEC enough. They're taking fights at these awkward places where... I mean, maybe the push at the top lane is fine, but that Shrine fight was definitely very dubious.
Yeah, after Troll Warlord's Aegis was, like... The Aegis went, and
He
CDC were
BKB.
retreating.
He BKB on the first life,
on
too.
the first life,
Yeah.
yeah. And so that's like a really aggressive maneuver where you're like, well, of course we're taking this fight. But then you died anyway, and the rest of your team was going up into a very obvious Shrine heal, but they felt overconfident for sure.
I am getting worried for this Troll Warlord because he's getting to a point where, you know, as this BKB approaches the 5-second mark, he is going to get controlled pretty hard. There's a lot of way for CDEC to control him too.
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse as now the Earthshaker, as I was mentioning, has gone for a Shadow Blade. And so you are going to get prime positioning for an Echo Slam every single time.
Well, I think the one big difference maker is this Satanic. Because we do see him consistently get off that BKB, but the BKB would more or less delay his death because he's just not lifesteal enough. But I think the Satanic is going to change all of that.
Worthy tribute.
What an interesting war spot, by the way. How much is this? Oh shit! Quite
The thing with the Satanic means that you you have to like play a dance with your items now, because like your BKB needs to be able to purge off the disarm. Otherwise, Lifestealer is going to wait on that Halberd disarm until he hears your Satanic activation.
True, true.
But at the same time, like you can't hold on to your BKB, otherwise then you're going to die with no spell immunity.
I think CT is probably not going to think too much about it. If he's low, he's going to BKB as Satanic at the same time and try to be back out in fighting shape.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm also liking how defensive Shade is building. He's got that Yule's on now to follow up on the Lincolns, and now he's going for a Shiva's Guard, which is definitely going to help his survivability and offense capability for sure as well, because Troll Warlord is a hero who's famous for getting kited around once his BKB is down, so that's just going to make things even harder for him.
Yeah, a big part of that is that when you're using that Shiva and you're slighting, you are putting a ton of AoE damage and vision for your team. So if you're trying to locate where that Dazzle is to pick him off, that little extra bit of vision could make all the difference. EHOME looking to siege the top lane.
And between Ice Armor's slow and the Shiva's aura, you have like minus 70 attack speed on a target. And that's like untouchable levels of mitigation. Oh man, they could have used that troll, I thought, but
pretty much cancels out Troll Warlord's battle trends.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. At least like for the first few fervor stacks.
Okay. Troll Warlord does not go in. Bottom is they could like TP one back and X defend this if they want. You kind of have to. The creep wave is
yeah, Ember has BOTs up, so he could in theory try to go for it, but Queen of Pain comes. And he gets X'd back, yeah, as you say. So she tries to go for another wave, but it has not arrived yet, so back you go.
Regeneration.
Alright, Scan's gonna find out that there are heroes up the hill, but they want this Queen of Pain. She does have a Lincoln's. And LC does not have a way to break the Lincolns. Sang smoke breaks because of the Troll Warlord. He blinks away just in time. They're going to try to get him dead. Press the attacks, giving him a little bit of heal. But here comes fire. The duel's going to come out. The question is, does he have the Satanic finish? He does. He does have the Satanic. When is he going to activate it? We'll see. Well, there's an activation of Satanic, but he gets disarm and bash. Immediately fire, losing all of his HP. But this still have the second life of the Grave. They duels him up. Will the Yules take him down? No, he's still alive. Finally! The AoE of Shay will take him down, and now it's a retreat time for EHOME. They're going to try to get the kill. Oh yeah, easy kill here for CDEC. So, you know, like I said, I think he needed to BKB in the Satanic, or else it's not going to work.
Oh yeah. I remember you saying that.
I mean,
Son of a bitch.
it is correct, dude, that he needs to do that, right?
No, but you said that he wouldn't think about it. But he did think about it.
Alright.
Because he should think about it.
Well, he thought about it, and he fucked up.
Yeah, if anything, he should have banked on the fact that Shallow Grave was coming out, because then, like, you can roll the dice that, okay, at one point, oh man, Sang sees old chicken here.
Oh, he sees a
and he
courier
sees
too.
a courier, but he does not have an enchanted totem at the moment. What a shame.
That was not a true Sing
But
Sing.
yeah, so
Sorry,
no,
go ahead.
it wasn't. You see that, like, at some point, Lifestealer is going to have to disarm you. And so you should hope that you're going to get graved, and you'll be disarmed to your grave, but then during the tail end of the grave, and when the disarm times out, then you can activate Satanic. But instead he activated Satanic first, and then he got disarmed, and then he went, oh, nice, Echo Slam.
I mean, that's not an individual decision kind of thing. That's more of not trusting your teammate, right? So is this because of, you know, the team has formed for like 2 weeks, and they haven't really played with each other, you know, that kind of thing? Sang is making some big dick moves, and that's another pick. EHOME's crumbling right now.
Yep.
They're playing really sloppily.
What was once a 10k net worth lead has now dwindled quickly to a 2k net worth lead for EHOME.
All the momentum was on the side of CDEC. This LC is getting items now, working towards a BKB. 80 dual damage victory. Somehow this Lifestealer is ginormous.
There are so many armor items right now on EHOME. I mean, on CDEC. It's ridiculous. You've got the AC on the Lifestealer, you've got the Shiva's Guard on the Ember Spirit, you've got Ice Armor, obviously, inherently from Lich. They don't have a Solar Crest or a Medallion, which is a little bit surprising, but I guess Lich could go for it. Right now, he's going for a 4-staff, which is fine, but yeah, life's really good for CDEC. You've basically crossed the hardest part of dealing with a troll. What, the Chain Frost?
For the farm, dude. Alright. Easy, dude.
Alright. That's okay.
As the Nexon champion once said, don't farm there.
It's true.
As a support, like,
You should never farm the mid lane alone.
nope. Not an Nexon champion.
Well, he did stall out the push. I don't think EHOME were gonna go high ground after killing a Lich anyway, but...
Yeah. I do agree with you that CDC is, you know, having all the momentum. They're feeling pretty good, but they have to be careful that. Oh, hold that thought.
Shaker.
Oh my God, Faith Beyond
What?
went for like 3 different targets.
Hesitation.
Got him.
Oh, now the press the attack comes. He's still burning.
The danger for CDEC is that if they ever lose one fight and they don't have Glyph, they're losing like triple Raktus. Or at least 2 lanes of Raktus to this Troll Warlord, so.
Well, if Lich is alive, then it may not be that bad.
I mean, do you think Troll cares about Lich?
Lich does a lot. I think he does. I think he cares about armor. He doesn't have a Desolator, so now Kunkka gets spotted out in the mid lane.
Alright,
But he's just making space for a Roche attempt.
Okay. Space created. Are they actually gonna fight this? The boat's gonna be layered on top of himself. The force staff back out. Hits a lot of people. Fake Beyond does not have the BKB. He used it just now. The duel is gonna drop the gem here. They get the Kunkka as well. Fire's gonna try to fight this, but the bashes are coming through. Okay, well. I mean, all of that slow is. Oh my God, it's still bouncing. They see him. They bounces back to him. He's got the Aegis. Clearly doesn't want to use it here, but he's getting control really hard. Sonic Wave's gonna come through, down to about half HP. He wants to man fight this, doesn't have Satanic or BKB. There's a disarm coming through. Queen of Pain on the back line now. Needs to blink out. Will blink out just in time, but down fire a little bit trouble. Grave, as well as Fissure, keeping it in check. Ooh, that Aegis is gonna trigger now. Question is,
He has no team.
And then that, ooh, the silence gonna come in, no grave. There's a PK coming out. The Echo Slam control. CTY is gonna go down. And CDEC now all of a sudden on the other side of the world hitting your buildings. EHOME, what a throne game.
Yeah, but can you really pinpoint it to a moment though? Yes, you can. It was that shrine fight bottom.
Yes, you can. Yep. All right, well, there's that melee Rex.
Troll is dead for a long time, and he does not have buyback. And oh man, he's so close though. He needs like 15 gold for buyback. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah, Queen of Pain's gonna get control as well. Yule's gonna keep in place. Enchant Totem's there. There's the grave. Okay, there's another Yule, so Bolt's gonna fly through as well. I mean, they have a billion stuns for him. The duel's gonna be there. They finally grave him up. Tro in the fight on the backline goes for the Lich. Okay, Lich is gonna be dead. Queen of Pain blinks away barely. No, the Infest AoE damage. Gonna take him down. Fate Beyond, Force Staff, Glimmer Cape, still alive right now. And all of a sudden, it's Lifestealer. Really caught out all by himself. His team has abandoned him. And looks like Troll Warlord will win this man fight. There you go. But still, end of the day, one lane of racks, Troll Warlord buyback. Huge victory here for CDEC.
This is a close game.
Yeah.
It's it was definitely slipping out of control for EHOME, and it's still not looking great for EHOME. But CDEC were the first ones to spill the buyback blood. They had bought back the Ember Spirit, they had bought back the Legion Commander, and now they finally got a return favor with EHOME. The thing is that they were able to take a full rack successfully on EHOME's base, whereas so far EHOME have only been able to take one tier 3. So, yeah, it's definitely CDEC advantage right now.
I think there's a lot of individual decision, particularly from CTY as well. He's been routinely using his BKB on his first life when he has Aegis. I think, like you said, maybe counting on the grave a little bit first, and then going for the Satanic BKB play would have been perhaps more effective. But whatever the case is, EHOME is, I mean, they got their backs against the wall now.
Yeah, and the push will continue because Ember Spirit now has an Octarine core, so he has a 27-second cooldown on his BOTs, so he can be everywhere, constantly, and that's very irritating to have to deal with because EHOME do not have the best split pushers. Troll Warlord, excellent at single target, terrible at split pushing, or, well, terrible at creep wave pushing.
Yeah. They do have the little bit of that nice X trick, but it's still very annoying. Especially when you're down one big wave on the mid lane. Troll Warlord, or rather Shade, is just gonna constantly keep that pressured. Here we go. Ember Spirit and the team wants to just end the game here. If they find the duel on the Troll, and they get the kill on him, that is gonna be lights out for EHOME.
Yeah, and Queen of Pain does not have buyback either. She has not spent it, but she does not have the money for it.
They saw Troll Warlord walk up here with the mid ward, so... Oh, they scanned him out too. CTY.
Oh, no.
There is no Dazzle nearby. They drop the ward. They see him. They blink duel. The blame out. Doing a lot of work. CTY caught without a team. He is gone, dude.
107 seconds.
There's no need to go for any other hero. CDC could just march down mid, take the double lanes of Rex. Let's see if they're gonna go top or bottom. Probably bottom.
Queen of Pain has headed back, but this Lifestealer has absolutely nothing to be concerned about. He still has his Abyssal Blade too, so Queen of Pain gets a little bit too handsy. He can cast Open Wounds to break that Linken's that she has and then immediately Abyssal her.
Yeah. Unfortunately for the Lifestealer, not exactly the fastest attack speed, even with the AC. They bolt right on top of him, but the lasso will get press the attack, and now it's going to be Fate Beyond getting focus. Grave, very early committal on the Bat Rider. I think he might still die. Blink, no duel on the backline. Looks like misclick. Meanwhile, simultaneously, Queen of Pain getting controlled by Fissure and Echo Slam. They call the GG. EHOME had a 12k lead at one point and throws it all away. Or 10k lead.
The shrine fight was definitely not ideal. If they had another hero besides Troll Warlord, like I don't know if I can blame the troll.
I think the troll's fine. As a pick.
Yeah, I guess so. But that shrine fight was definitely not fine.
Yeah. Again, I think the BKB and Satanic usage could have been a bit better. I don't know. It's hard to place a single blame on a single player. I think it's more so the fights that the team took as a whole.
Yeah.
That was it.
And credit to CDEC as well, because it was not like they were fighting uphill pretty much the entire game, aside from like the last 10 to 15 minutes. But they persevered and it came out on top, and they pick up a 1-0 so far in this series.
Yeah, I remember Lifesteal was struggling. Legion Commander was, oh my gosh, she was so poor. But like you said, they persevered, and we might actually get ourselves the first 3-game series of this event, because both these teams look equally strong, and you know, the teams are very, very close. Our games are very close. But we'll take a short break, guys. Game 2 coming up next.